What is up, YouTube? Brandon Rogers here at Chili Dog Motorsports. We are back in my driveway with the little Grom clone again, and today we're going to be adjusting our valves. Stay tuned, we'll show you how to do yours too. Now, to get an understanding of what we are doing today, here is a diagram of a pretty typical motorcycle valve train. Now, specifically, we are going to be loosening this lock nut and this adjuster and setting the gap between the rocker and the valve. Now, this is important because as your motorcycle engine heats up, these metal components inside do expand a little bit. And if this gap is incorrect, that will affect how this valve opens. Now, if that gap is too loose, this valve won't open all the way. And if that gap is too tight, this valve may hang open while it should be closed, and that's not good. So we're gonna go ahead and make sure those adjustments are correct. And it is very important to note that these adjustments need to be made on a cold engine. Don't do this on a warm engine or you will get bad results. For tools today, you will need a ratchet wrench, a 5/8 spark plug socket, a 17mm wrench, a 9mm wrench, an assortment of feeler gauges, and a washer. Now, the first thing we will want to do is remove our spark plug from the engine because it'll make it a little bit easier to turn the engine over with no resistance. And now we will remove our timing inspection cover here. Now, I don't recommend using a flathead screwdriver in that slot because it is dished and they have a tendency to strip out. I recommend just using a washer. I found one that fits in there really good. And you can just unscrew that right out of there. And look at that, we didn't even chip the paint. That's awesome. And then we can go ahead and remove our valve cover here, and there is one on the bottom for the exhaust as well. These are going to be a 17mm. Come on. Here's the top, and then we'll get the bottom as well. Oop. Dang it, forgot oil was going to drip out of that one. And just for reference, the top one here is going to be our intake valve and the bottom one is going to be our exhaust valve. And now we need to find top dead center of the compression stroke. That is important. We can find the compression stroke by placing our finger over the spark plug hole, putting the bike in gear. 4th gear is preferred. It'll make the engine turn over a little easier. And then you just spin the rear wheel to cycle the engine. And when you feel pressure pushing your finger off the spark plug hole, you know you're on the compression stroke. There we go, it just pushed my finger. Now we can go back around to the timing inspection port and we will look for a little T to appear in that window there, and we should be real close to it. A little too fast. And once that T is about centered in the hole, you will be top dead center on your compression stroke. And then just to double verify this, basically what we want to make sure is there's no spring pressure on our valves. So you should be able to grab them and they should both wiggle just a little bit, because on the compression stroke, both valves should be closed. And then we can get in here with our 9mm wrench. Don't use the other kind of 9mm. That'd be a bad day. And we can loosen the lock nut on our valve adjuster. And once that is loose, we can come in here with an 003 feeler gauge and slip it between the adjuster and the valve. It's kind of a pain in the butt. It slipped in there. Then we'll just screw down the top of our adjuster until it meets that feeler gauge. You want to make sure it's got just a slight amount of resistance. You don't want to like crank it down onto the feeler gauge. And then we can take our wrench and retighten that lock nut. And recheck. And there we go. That feels like a proper amount of drag. And now we will do the same to the exhaust valve on the bottom, but with an 004 feeler gauge. You guys just get to watch me struggle with this one. It's really hard to get the camera up under here. Oh, dropping wrenches. So same as before, we'll just loosen the lock nut, loosen the adjuster, get our feeler gauge between the adjuster and the valve. Maybe. Tighten the adjuster back down onto the feeler gauge. And we will tighten our lock nut. There we go. That's about the right amount of drag. Now we can go ahead and put these plugs back in. And as stated, we can go ahead and put our caps back. The exhaust cap. Doesn't matter what order you do these in. I'm just doing the exhaust first so it stops dripping oil on my driveway. Then we'll do our intake cap. Then we can do our timing plug. Then we can put our spark plug back. And then if we did everything correctly, the bike should fire up easier than it ever has. And just like that, your valve train should be properly adjusted. It's going to be easier to cold start. It's going to run a little better, going to have a little bit more power. Now I will warn you, you may have to tinker with your carburetor a little bit if you had it dialed in before you adjusted the valves, which I'm going to have to do and I am not looking forward to, but hey, it's going to be a lot better in the end. Anyways, we appreciate each and every one of you guys watching. If you like the parts we used, we'll link them all down below so you can use them too. But I think it's about time for you to get out of my driveway. Go adjust your valves.